Hi everyone, yasas que to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today we're going to be making a French lentil salad with roasted vegetables. It's going to be tossed in a delicious vinaigrette, and there's also going to be feta cheese in there. It's hearty enough to be served as a main course. It's so satisfying and delicious, or you can serve it as the perfect side. And another thing that I love about this dish is that it's perfect for meal prep. It stays fresh in the fridge for a few days and it tastes good hot or cold. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin with the vegetables. And in my baking pan, I've already opened up a bag of cauliflower florets. I buy them ready to go. But if you don't have the bag, you can definitely separate the florets out of a whole broccoli, and that will work. Put it in a large baking pan. This is a half-sheet baking pan. And then next to it, I just added a couple of handfuls of baby carrots, but you can, of course, use long, regular carrots as well. I have an onion here. I'm just going to peel it, cut it in half, and then just slice it up and put it next to the carrots. And then I have 3 beets here. I've just peeled them, and I'm just going to cut them up into little bite-sized pieces and put them in the baking pan. Then I'll just drizzle some olive oil over the top of all the veggies and season with some salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. Gently flip them over if you can, and just season the other side as well. And just drizzle a little bit more olive oil. The olive oil is really going to help them roast in the oven and get a little bit caramelized. And that's it. The pan is ready for the oven. These are going to bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit until they're nice and tender. That takes about 45 minutes. So while that's happening, we'll get the lentils ready. So in a saucepan, I'll just put about 6 to 8 cups of water, 1 bay leaf, and then 1 cup of these lovely French lentils. I love French lentils because they kind of hold their shape and they're just really pretty and small and cute. So this is going to go over the stovetop. I've also added a half a teaspoon of salt. It's going to go on the stovetop over high heat in the beginning until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, go ahead and reduce the heat so that way it simmers over medium heat for about 25 minutes or until the lentils are tender. Go ahead and drain them over the sink in a colander, and now it's time to make the dressing. The dressing couldn't be more simple, but it's so packed with flavor. In a little pitcher over here, I have 2 garlic cloves that are grated. I'll add 1/3 of a cup of really good quality olive oil. We have some in our shop. If you live in America, you can order some straight to your kitchen. And then I love balsamic vinegar in this, so I'll add about 1/4 of a cup of balsamic vinegar. It's a little bit sweet. You can use red wine vinegar if you like, if you don't want the sweetness. And if you don't have the balsamic, you can definitely add a little bit of honey to this to sweeten it up a little bit. Honey or maple syrup, whatever you like. I'll also add a teaspoon of mustard. I'm using Dijon mustard here, and a teaspoon of oregano. Whisk it all up, and the marinade is ready. Now it's time to put it all together. So before we do that, I'll just cut the larger florets a little bit smaller. You want everything to be sort of bite-sized. And these baby carrots, I'll also cut these up as well, so that way they're around the same size of the beets. I'll add the lentils to a big bowl with half of the dressing, and I'm also going to season them with some salt and pepper. Toss everything all up, and then go in and add the veggies. You don't have to add all of these, but you can if you want to. I feel like I roasted a lot of veggies, but we go through them and we eat them with other things, so they're not going to go to waste. They keep fresh in the fridge, but as many veggies as you like, go ahead and add them to the lentils. Pour the rest of the dressing on top, toss everything all together and give it a taste. If it needs more salt and pepper, you can definitely add this at this point. Then you can transfer the salad to your serving bowl or serving platter, and it's ready to serve, topped with some really good quality feta. I'm just going to crumble it on top. And if you want a little bit of crunch, you can toast some pine nuts and add them to this, some walnuts or even some pecans. But this salad is ready to serve, and doesn't it look so delicious? I forgot to mention that I tossed the lentils in a little bit more olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar and lentils go so well together. I always like to add a little bit of vinegar to my lentil soup whenever I make it. It just kicks up the flavor and makes it so much better. But I think you guys are going to definitely love this recipe. You can tweak it with your favorite veggies. If you didn't like something that I put in here, you can swap it out with something else. It's just so good and healthy, and it's a great way to add more nutrition to your family meals. Time for the taste test. I don't know about you guys, but I love roasted beets and roasted cauliflower. You know what I don't like? The smell of roasted cauliflower. That's why I'll pan over to my simmering pot over there. I am simmering some vanilla with cinnamon sticks and star anise, and the house smells so good because when I opened up that bag of cauliflower, it just hit everyone right in the face. It's so strong, tastes good, but it doesn't smell that great. But anyway, time for the taste test. It's so comforting, so good. If you want to use the same recipe and kind of swap out the lentils for something else, you can use your favorite beans in this. White beans go really well. Chickpeas, an assortment of those will do well. Let me know how you're making it in the comment section down below. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. You can head on over to the website to print it out, dimitrasdishes.com. And if you're there and you're looking for some good quality olive oil and balsamic vinegar, check it out in our shop. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you next time. Yes, us.